Alright, y'all, welcome back. So, we're here in the gym this morning for day 13, the day 12 video, since we did the lifting clips the day before. And we're back here on the stair stepper. So I started out on one of them, but there's a light right behind me, so I kind of had to wait a few minutes where the one that doesn't have the light right behind it is available. But I did start on that one. And we got 60 calories burned there. And we did go in and enter our body weight, so that way the calorie amount will be more correct. Because one of the things with your cardio machines and all that stuff and calorie trackers is they will default to either 150 pounds or 175 pound male and calculate calories burned at that body weight, not knowing one what, like, say your heart rate is and your body weight. So it just uses a default generic map, which then doesn't allow it to be quite all that accurate. So you want to make sure you either set them into like manual mode, or you connect to Bluetooth health app or your watch. If you're using that to track your stuff and it's got your updated weight and all that stuff. But it's one of those things to keep in mind that the machines will give you, if say it says you burned 100 calories, if you don't adjust that stuff, in reality, you've burned like 70, because it always estimates high. So normally 20 to 30%. So if it's 30% for every 100 you burn, it's really only 70. But I tell you what, doing this yesterday, post-workout, was quite a bit easier. Doing this now, my legs are actually a little sore from yesterday. And it is noticeable. So this is definitely going to be extremely effective, since my body has no adaptation to the stair stepper. But we're going to shoot for probably, I don't know, 350 calories probably is what we're going to shoot for. So I'll probably take a couple breaks as I'm going to get up to that, so I can 100% tell you this is, intensity wise, 6 or 7 times harder than just walking down the street. So it normally takes us an hour and 20 minutes to do our walk, hour and 13. And that burns right about 360 calories for 4.25 miles. So since I've got 60 done, once I get to 100 on this stent, I'll pause this. Then we'll go ahead and restart after 2 or 3 minutes. And that will allow me to get through this. Then we'll slowly start pumping that up. Tomorrow I'll go for like 175 till the first stop. Well, let me take that back because I got to 60 and stopped. So we'll shoot for a solid 80. To 100, and then we'll stop. And then we'll repeat that. Yeah, we'll shoot for 100. So, our calories burned are going to be a whole lot faster than walking. Let me check the heart rate here. So I also don't want to really get above zone 2 too much, heart rate wise. So I want to try to stay between that 110 to 128. Well, we know that's not right. Let's run this again. Because it just said my heart rate's 59 BPM. I can tell you that's wrong. $130. So we're at 91 calories, so we definitely want to take that small rest to keep our cardio zone in zone 2. Just going to burn more fat. So if you really get too far above it, then you're not per se going to not burn fat, but you start releasing a little more cortisol. But with that, that's what kind of helps determine where you should be at or where you're currently at. So that's 100 calories. It took me 9 minutes. So every 9 minutes we're going to burn 100 calories. So 18, 27 plus 4.5, so 31.5, so call it 32 minutes of doing the stair stepper is equivalent calorically to walking 4.25 miles at a 3.1 mile per hour pace. So effectiveness of time, you're not going to be able to beat this. It is just going to constantly beat walking for efficiency. So if you don't have a lot of time to spend in your day, go get on a stair stepper. You will get the same amount of work done in 40%, 45% of the time. So my plan is to do this now in the morning for, well, I guess starting out 32 minutes for this week here. since we're on day 12. Well, day 13 technically. So this will take us into like day 21. Day 21, we'll go in and we'll shoot for like 35 minutes. And then every 7 days, we'll add 3 more minutes. So 3 minutes a week. And in 10 weeks, we should be able to get up to an hour of the stair stepper. So sure, I'm making it more efficient now, but the goal is to be able to spend an hour later and get further ahead than I was doing in the hour and 15 minutes is the goal. So we got to start picking up our calories used. So that way we can kind of start eating a little more as well. So I want to bring my protein mark up. Right now I'm really only getting like 170 grams a day. And I want to be a lot closer to that 200 to 210 mark. So in order to do that and stay in my caloric deficit, I'm going to have to do a little more cardio. But with that, you feel my heart rate, it's kind of back down. So now we can start going again. Oh, you know what? We have to reset the machine back to manual mode and re-put in our okay, there we go. So that's going to make sure the calories are tracking correctly. Now for another 9 minutes here. Then I'll be able to do that one more time. I'll be at our 360 for the day. But that's kind of one way to look at your cardio. So our steps, yes, when you compare it to like running, jogging, walking, steps are steps. Now, when you're increasing intensity, like for a stair stepper, that would be more like weighted vest walking. So you can make your steps harder and count for more. But at the same time of doing that, how much time do you want to spend doing it? Because this is also to, right now, free me up a little more time to help make sure I'm posting these videos at a timely manner, editing, making sure I'm getting a little more rest time before I come and actually lift. So, with going out and doing my actual walk, there's like I'd do that, I'd come back, basically eat, get through most of editing, and then it'd be time to get ready to then come back and come lift. With this, it should give me enough time to actually finish editing to relax for a few minutes. Because here at the Crunch Fitness I go to, I try to get here at like 3:30. It is very lifter heavy at that point in the day. So it's very packed, and it's very common to have to jump around in my workout program to get onto whatever is free and available. So, but that is another reason why I'm trying to do this. Is it may allow me to come a little bit earlier, but at the very least, it's going to allow me to kind of prepare mentally a little more, right? So that's what I'm thinking towards with this cardio. But with that, we're going to end this off here. So make sure you're out there getting your stuff done, working towards your goals. Most of all, don't be a lazy fuck.